it's April with the Vocal Veteran. I just went to the post office and got all my mail, and I wanted to show you because I think my FOIA request finally came through and I got my records. So hold on, let's check together. All right, so I just want to show you what it looks like when it comes. I'll cover my address here, but it's like certified mail or registered mail. You have to have a signature. They need a signature. If you don't have a PO box, it's probably gonna come with, there will be a slip in your mailbox. But that's what it was in my PO box. It was a slip in my PO box and it said, signature required. And so then I had to take the slip to the front counter and I had to sign twice to accept it. And so I think I saw somebody else posted in one of the groups I'm in that a lot of times, like many of the records that you request end up getting sent back because people don't accept the package or like they don't do the signature part. So that's something to remember when you do finally get your FOIA request comes through. Yep, here it is, yay! So it's like a CD disc. So then the trick is finding a CD ROM, because that's a little bit difficult. And look, okay, so I requested this in February of 2024, and this disc was printed, the date on the disc is September 19th of 2024, and today is October 7th of 2024. That kind of gives you an idea of the timeline, at least as of this recording. I have had some veterans like that I speak to and that I work with who have requested their records and they get them a lot quicker. But then I have another veteran that I'm working with who requested his in February just like I did, and he just got his like a week ago. So we have a similar timeline. I'm not sure why, like what would make some people's records come faster than others. I will say, if you've never ever done a claim before and you request your record from the National Archive, which I have a video of and I will link that here, that record comes pretty quick and usually via a link. So it's like an email, there's a link to download and then it's like password protected, and that's how you can get your record. But that's because you've never done a claim before, and so your records are still at the National Archive. Once you do a disability claim or a pension claim, any kind of claim for benefits, then the VA requests your records. And that's why you have to do a FOIA request to get your records, because you're requesting them from VA. And when you do that, you get everything. So you get not only your service treatment records and your personnel file from when you served, you also get all of the DBQs that were ever done, like from any of your C&P exams, any of your decision letters, like all of that is also included. So it's really good if you've done 3 or 4 claims and you're like, okay, I'm really curious how this or that, how they came to this or that decision, and I'd like to see my C&P exams. This is the way you get them, is through a FOIA request. I will say, this is one of the ways you get them. So if you are doing this completely on your own, you are not working with a VSO or a claims agent or an accredited lawyer, then this is the only way. The FOIA request is the only way. And like I said, did mine in February and just got mine in October. So that gives you an idea of the time frame you're looking at. I will say, for my own clients, so I'm an accredited claims agent, which means when I am working with a veteran, I have power of attorney with that veteran that allows me access to their VA records. And so I can see in the system everything. I can see all of the DBQs, I can see all of the decision letters, I can see where everything is in the process. That's part of the access that you are allowed once you are accredited. And I've been through many background checks, I've been through many tests, and they really do a good job of vetting people that are accredited so that they make sure that the people accessing veterans records are trustworthy. That's why I always recommend that you work with an accredited agent, an accredited lawyer, or a veteran service officer, because not only do we have the access to be able to help you, we also are legitimate and well vetted and all of that. So there you go. It's exciting to have all my records on disk. I've just been sharing with you all the access that we have as accredited agents, and this is not necessary for me. I didn't need to have this record, but I was curious, right? Everybody talks about, putting in a FOIA request and that's how you get your records. And I thought, I need to know. I want to experience what that wait is like and what that process is like. And so now we know. Okay, here's where I say, if you would like to work with a claims agent, I am an accredited claims agent. There is a link in the description. If you'd like to work with me, there's just a short form to fill out, and then it leads you to a link to my calendar, and we can schedule a short conversation to see if it would be a good fit to work together. All right, y'all have a great day.